Anime, you know it, you love it, we just can't seem to get enough of it. 2024 so far has been a pretty banger year for anime, I must say, so far, with the winter and spring anime seasons dropping some absolutely fantastic shows like Kaiju 8, Solo Leveling, Garudon, Way of the Wolf, and the newest season of Demon Slayer, just to name a few. What up, my fellow weebs? My name is Finn. Welcome back to Finn Films. Join me today as we will be taking a look at some of the most interesting and highly anticipated anime of 2024, as well as a few, well, wild cards, let's say the least. Anime such as Tower of God Season 2, the Fairy Tail sequel, and a vtuber anime? As I said, so far, 2024 has been a really solid year for anime, in my opinion, especially a solid year for, like, new titles. As I said, Solo Leveling, Kaiju 8, Dungeon Meshi, just to name a few of the first kind of new anime titles who've got their Season 1 releases this year, along with a plethora of other sequels and varying other seasons. As I said, the newest season of Demon Slayer, even the newest season of My Hero. And yes, I'm talking about My Hero. My Hero is actually back, baby. You don't believe me? Then go and check it out. I actually did a whole video, side tangent, about how everyone was wrong about My Hero, and I highly recommend that you guys go check that video out. However, enough of that. We're not here to talk about My Hero Academia of all things. No, we're here to talk about the newest, hottest anime of summer 2024, starting off with Tower of God Season 2. Yes, it's been 4 years since the release of Tower of God Season 1, and finally we get Tower of God Season 2. I actually almost forgot about this anime. It's been so long since I watched it. Tower of God tells the story of a tower. Wow, go figure. A tower that summons people known as regulars with the promise of granting them their deepest, darkest desires. Our story follows our young protag, a boy named Bam, a boy who was not chosen to enter the tower, but who entered the tower nonetheless, in order to follow his close friend named Rachel as she attempts to climb the tower and achieve her heart's desires. I actually really enjoyed Season 1 of this show. I think it's a pretty solid action-adventure anime. I think it has something like a 7.3, a 7.4, something like that on my anime list, which isn't always the best way to gauge just how really good an anime is. Obviously, you can like something that someone else thinks is hot garbage. At the end of the day, if you derive enjoyment from a show or from a manga or what have you, it doesn't really matter if other people agree with you if you like it or not. And me personally, I actually think that Tower of God is a pretty fun, interesting anime. In many ways, it's kind of just your solid action adventure anime with really a healthy dose of mystery and plot twists along the way. And I gotta say, I'm a real sucker for a bit of mystery and a bit of plot twist, and I'll definitely be checking out Season 2 of Tower of God. Next up on our list, we have one of several Netflix originals, a little sports anime called Rising Impact, a golf comedy anime. Okay, technically this is a spring anime, as this anime did release at the end of June, but we're just gonna call it a summer anime for this video because, I mean, come on. The end of June, beginning of July, what's really the difference? As I said, Rising Impact is a sports anime, an anime about golf of all things, and honestly, it kind of slaps.
Stop it. Get some help.
Now I know what you're thinking, Finn, really? A golf anime, man? An anime about the most boring sport out there? And yes, look, trust me, I get it, I'm with you, man. Golf is easily one of the most boring sports to watch, besides baseball, which easily takes the crown for the most boring sport to watch on TV. But here's the thing. Anything can be entertaining when it's an anime. This is anime we're talking about, and anime has an amazing ability to make anything interesting, to make the most wild concepts interesting, to the most boring sport interesting. I mean, one of my favorite sports anime of all time is One Outs, the baseball anime, and if they were able to take baseball and turn it into something entertaining, well, let's be honest, guys, baseball's pretty boring, then anime can really do anything. And let me tell you, Rising Impact is a solid sports anime. Rising Impact is a comedy sports anime about golf, written behind the same author behind 7 Deadly Sins. Rising Impact follows the story of a 3rd grader named Gawain, whose life changes completely after meeting a professional female golfer. Gawain discovering that he is in fact a prodigy at golf with the ability to absolutely crush the ball well over 300 yards. The story of Rising Impact following Gawain as he trains to be the #1 golfer in the world in this kind of like Camelot Arthur mythos inspired sports comedy anime. I know, right? The author of 7 Deadly Sins making a Camelot King Arthur myth inspired golf anime. Who would have thought? Rising Impact really kind of puts this new fun spin on like sports anime in many ways, as it is more of a comedy kind of light-hearted like sports anime compared to like many other sports anime like Blue Lock, Haikyuu, all of those other big sports animes. Yes, it does still have kind of the same tropes as many sports anime. It does all of the fun things that I love about sports anime, the super detailed breakdown of said sport, the fact that you can learn like basically everything about the sport through the anime, but in a way that's actually fun, enjoyable to watch, and very aesthetically pleasing. That's one of the things that I really love about sports anime compared to other anime genres, is you can really tell someone's love for a topic within a sports anime. The way that a writer really breaks down sports animes into the really nitty-gritty details, but doing so in this kind of fun way, is just something that I absolutely love. I love when you can tell that an author is truly passionate about a subject matter, hence sports animes. I think that's why I think Hajime no Ippo is one of the best sports anime out there, along with an anime like Ping Pong and obviously Blue Lock. All of these anime really do a really awesome job in breaking down these sports, so you can go and watch it even if you know nothing about it, or even if you don't really like sports that much, and you will learn a ton about it and gain a new kind of respect for said sport. And I think Rising Impact does this extremely well while being pretty fucking funny, I have to say. I definitely recommend giving Rising Impact a shot. It's not like the most amazing, awe-inspiring anime you'll ever see, but it is pretty funny, and it is a kind of refreshing, lighthearted, like really enjoyable, kind of fun, positive take on like a traditional sports anime. And who doesn't love weird King Arthur Camelot-inspired themes? The next anime I want to talk about is one of the wild cards on my list, and it immediately caught my eye when I was scrolling through my anime list seasonal anime of summer 2024, and that is the VTuber anime, specifically the anime titled, and get this, VTuber Legend, How I Went Viral After Forgetting to Turn Off My Stream. 20-year-old former wage slave Yuki Tanahaka now works among her idols, the streamers of LiveOn, one of Japan's top VTuber companies. She delivers the most ladylike content, and fortunately her subscriber count and savings are at rock bottom. One evening after Yuki thinks she's ended stream, she cracks open a cold one, and more than a few crude jokes while watching LiveOn's video archives. But her viewers hear it all, and clips of her body drunken commentary go viral overnight. Yuki thinks her career is over until her manager reveals that everyone at LiveOn has been waiting for her to snap all along and gives her free reign to drink on stream. Now free of all feigned purity, she jumps right into her new rowdy drunk character and is welcomed into the folds by her fellow LiveOn YouTubers, who turn out to be just as crazy as she is. Yeah, they actually made a VTuber anime, and I don't even know why I'm surprised, man. You know, I consider myself a weeb, a bit of an otaku. I spent a year living in Japan, and it was one of the best times of my life. I feel like a lot of the things in the culture, like, I really understand it. I get why people like it, but I just don't think I'll ever understand, like, the appeal of VTubers. Maybe I'm just a boomer after all. So of course they had to make a VTuber anime for all those countless otakus out there who worship at the feet of their VTubers. Now of course guys, I'm only joshing a little bit. I even watch a few VTubers, specifically Iron Mouse and Giga, my queen. That being said though, I have no idea if this anime will be good or not. I just found the concept absolutely hilarious and ridiculous. I just had to talk about it. This actually reminds me of another anime that came out this year, another weird kind of meta social media anime that actually follows a very similar premise. It makes me wonder if that anime did it first. I have no idea. The Korean webtoon Viral Hit. I did a whole video over this Korean webtoon. I highly recommend checking it out because it's f***ing wild to say the least, but in a lot of ways, this kind of reminds me of that, and I think we're slowly starting to move towards these very interesting, like, meta anime. These anime that are, like, super meta about, like, social media culture, influencer culture, live streamer culture, and I gotta say, it's really weird. It's not bad weird. It's just like almost like surreal and almost like kind of like uncanny valley in a way, seeing like this super meta anime about like social media influencer culture, in this case, VTubers. Next up, releasing in August 2024, we have Kengan Ashura Season 2. Kengan Ashura being a Netflix exclusive, probably the second most popular currently MMA martial arts-esque anime. I mean, what really more do I say about Kengan Ashura? It's badass. It's kind of really your classic like martial arts anime, and is seconded only to Baki Hanma and the Baki Hanma series. If you like martial arts animes, if you like realistic fighting animes, MMA type animes, then you will like Kengan Ashura. Ashura, and I'm definitely looking forward to season 2, part 2 of this anime. Earlier, actually, in June, they released the Kengan Ashura versus Baki Hanma movie, which did slap. Made a whole video about that, so make sure you go check that out. But I'll definitely be checking out Kengan Ashura Season 2 Part 2. Next up, I want to really quickly cover an anime that we don't have a lot of information right now at the time of recording, the Terminator anime, Terminator Zero, releasing August 29th of 2024. Yes, they are making a Terminator anime, and I have to say, it looks like it fucking could slap. I'm a big Terminator fan. Terminator is an awesome series, and so when I saw that they were releasing a Terminator anime, I was definitely a bit hyped. Again, we don't know that much about it. It's not even listed on my anime list. I'm pretty sure that this is a Netflix original, but this could actually be pretty good. I'm a big Terminator fan. I think that this anime could be a lot of fun. There's not that much information released on it right now. There's barely even a trailer, but I gotta say that I am definitely going to be giving the Terminator Zero anime a chance. I think it could be a lot of fun. Next up, we have one of the most highly anticipated anime of this summer, Fairy Tail 100 Year Quest, the true sequel to the Fairy Tail series. Fairy Tail is just a really solid adventure fantasy shonen. It ran for like 9 seasons, technically. I think it's technically 9 seasons. Let me know in the comments down below, my diehard Fairy Tail fans. It's super popular. It has a really big fan base, and it's a really solid show. I wouldn't consider myself the biggest Fairy Tail fan ever, but it is enjoyable, and I have watched a good like 4 seasons of it. Fairy Tail 100, though, is the big sequel to the Fairy Tail series, taking place a year after, I believe, the end of the original series of Fairy Tail. From what I've heard from my manga reading friends, Fairy Tail 100 is not as good as the original Fairy Tail, but that by no means means that it's bad. If anything, that just means the original Fairy Tail was pretty fucking good. Again, I don't consider myself like the biggest Fairy Tail fan. I'm not like a diehard Fairy Tail fan by any means, but I'll definitely be checking out Fairy Tail 100 Year Quest, and I'm sure that the like hardcore Fairy Tail fans will be extremely happy to have this show back and a new interesting sequel that takes a kind of fun, interesting look at the Fairy Tail world in another light, while returning a lot of the same kind of feeling as well as characters that were in the original Fairy Tail story. That being said, though, it could absolutely flop. You know how sequels go. The final anime that I want to talk about is another absolute wild card of an anime that when I saw it for the first time, when I saw it listed, I thought it was a fucking joke. I'm talking about the Isekai Suicide Squad. Excuse me? Come again? What the Sigma? What kind of Kingdom Hearts crossover shenanigans is this?
Man, I'm gonna have to bleep that out, aren't I? I guess we're gonna call it the Isekai S-Squad anime.
Yeah, you heard me right. Studio Wit somehow got the rights from Warner Brothers to, I guess in conjunction with Warner Brothers, to make a Isekai S-Squad anime of all things. And yeah, it's exactly what you think it is. The favorite heroes from S-Squad, yeah, I'm looking at you, Jared Leto, have been isekai'd to another world. Oh my god, another isekai anime, but one that's actually kind of interesting almost, I might say. I mean, this anime is exactly what you think it is. It is the characters from S-Squad, Harley, Quinn, the Joker, Peacemaker, King Shark, Deadshot, all of the boys from S-Squad heading off into another fantasy world to do battle and all of the crazy things that they do. I honestly can't believe that this is a real thing. It feels like a joke even when I'm looking at it, but there it is right there. It is very much a real thing, and I'm pretty sure it's available right now to watch on Netflix. If not right now, then very soon. Again, this is done by Studio Wit, the studio behind the early seasons of Attack on Titan, as well as Spy Family, and one of my personal favorites, Vinland Saga. Studio Wit knows how to animate an anime, and I have a feeling that visually, the S-Squad Isekai anime will probably look great. It will probably have some awesome, fun fight scenes with some really awesome animation. I mean, the trailer does look a lot of fun. I'm not the biggest, like, superhero fan by any means, especially after the, the deluge, the absolute barrage of superhero media we've gotten over the last, like, 10 plus years. But I definitely will be checking that out, at the very least, just because, like, I have to see this anime with my own 2 eyes. Even if it's just a couple of episodes, I have to know what the S-Squad Isekai anime is all about, what it's like. I just have to know. When you see some wild crossover like this from like a mainstream like property from something like Warner Brothers and like DC, you gotta know what it's gonna be like when they combine hands in an anime world, especially a Isekai of all things. And yeah, these were a few of some of the most interesting and highly anticipated anime that are coming out in summer 2024. Definitely an interesting list, to say the least. I don't think it's going to be as hype as the spring and winter have been so far, but that's okay. You can't always, live up to expectations. And there's some really huge anime coming out this fall as well that I think will make up for it. I think when we look back at the end of the year, we're going to be like, damn, 2024 was a pretty solid year of anime, all things considered, for both new shows and their debuts, as well as old shows and their follow-up seasons. If you did enjoy this video or learn something new, please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, as that is the easiest way to help support me and put this video into the algorithm. If I did not cover an anime that you are excited for summer 2024, then please let me know in the comment section down below, and I might just go and check it out. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy this video, then why don't you check out some of the other videos on screen now. And as always, I hope to see you in the next one. Drink your water, hug your mother. Until next time, peace, love, adieu.